Hello and welcome back to Everything Boats with Captain Frank Lanier, where we discuss boats and boating, from maintenance and repairs to seamanship and safety, as well as everything in between. This podcast is a companion to my YouTube channel of the same name, so if you like and find it useful, be sure to subscribe and please check out my YouTube channel as well, where you'll find hundreds of informative videos on pretty much every boating topic imaginable. Today we're going to be discussing how to stand a proper watch. Nothing epitomizes good seamanship like standing a proper watch. For smaller boats, it could be as simple as the operator maintaining situational awareness and keeping a good lookout. Larger vessels involve more, but the goal remains the same, being aware of what's going on around you and taking appropriate action as required. Let's look at an overnight trip that will require someone to be at the helm and or on watch at all times. I'm going to assume that all the watch details, rotation, number of crew members on watch, etc., have already been settled. Our focus here is how to prepare for your watch and how to do it correctly, be it an overnight trip or a voyage around the world. Okay, let's start with preparations for going on watch. Number one, read the captain's standing orders. Most captains will have written rules or standard operating procedures, SOP, to provide guidance and assist the crew with decision making while the captain is below decks or otherwise not immediately available. Now is the time to familiarize yourself with them and ask questions that you may have. Common things contained in a SOP include safety procedures when standing your watch, such as staying in the cockpit at night, frequency of and reasons for logbook entries, and when to alert or wake the captain, weather changes, equipment problems, or collision avoidance issues. Regardless of what reasons are listed, always alert the captain if in doubt or if you have a question that affects the safety of the vessel and crew. Confidence in your ability to stand a watch is crucial to the captain, as is the knowledge that you will alert him promptly should the need arise. Number two, familiarize before going on watch. Make sure you have time to familiarize yourself with all navigation and electronics equipment before going on watch. Learn how to operate the VHF radio, the chart plotter, the radar, and the AIS, as well as how to scroll through and access various functions for each. Good examples of this include how to change the ranges for the radar and how to set electronic proximity warning alarms or interpret them if set by the captain. In addition to navigational alarms, knowledge of vessel monitoring and warning systems you may hear or see, smoke alarms, CO detectors, high water bilge alarms, that's also crucial. Is it normal for that bilge pump on indicator to come on every 10 minutes or stay on constantly? Asked about the engine alarm, not only what they mean, but what you should do if they occur. Familiarity with normal engine gauge readings, such as what the typical temperature and oil pressure readings are, can help you spot deviations more quickly and hopefully address problems before they become emergencies. Number three, get adequate rest. This is often easier said than done. Try to get a minimum of 5 to 6 hours of sleep prior to going on watch, longer if your watch rotation allows it. This is particularly good advice when standing a night watch. Even if you can't sleep when off watch, you should at least try to rest. If standing a day watch, try taking a 20 or 30-minute power nap an hour or so prior to going on watch. Number four, dress appropriately. Nothing makes a watch more uncomfortable than being hot, cold, or wet. The sea is a dynamic and ever-changing environment. So when dressing for watch, plan not only for current conditions, but also for the weather that could happen. A warm summer evening can quickly turn cool after dark, while a squall could bring high winds and torrential rain to the sunniest of days. Handling both starts with being prepared and properly outfitted with the correct clothing and foul weather gear when reporting for watch. Good practices include dressing in layers so you can easily adjust for varying temperatures and investing in good quality clothing and foul weather gear. Don't forget necessary accoutrements such as hats, boots, and gloves. Number five, have proper personnel gear. Required personnel gear will be based on the situation at hand and can be a wide-ranging topic, but the following is a good start. Waterproof flashlight and headlamp for hands-free operation with red and white light options to preserve night vision. A knife or a multi-tool. A timepiece. Sure, you could use a cell phone, but going all old school with a waterproof wristwatch eliminates phone disasters, and it's the bomb. Personal PFD and harness, or even better, a PFD with an integral harness and tether. Water bottle and other beverages such as electrolyte drinks. Light snacks, sunblock, seasick medication, sunglasses, binoculars, and if you've got it, which you should, a PLB or personal locator beacon. During the watch, you want to keep certain things in mind. One, maintain your priorities. There's no ambiguity when it comes to what your priority must be when standing a watch. In fact, the COL regs, the Convention on the International Regulations for Preventing Collision at Sea, define it in a single sentence. Every vessel shall at all times maintain a proper lookout by sight and hearing, as well as by all available means appropriate in the prevailing circumstances and conditions, so as to make a full appraisal of the situation or the risk of collision. While the term all available means includes collision avoidance methods that seamen have used for centuries, such as staying alert and maintaining a good lookout, for today's mariner, it also encompasses the use of modern electronics like radar, AIS, and VHF radio. Get the most from these devices by developing a routine of scrolling through the radar ranges, zooming in and out on the chart plotter, and checking the AIS system throughout your watch. Avoid over-reliance on electronics and the complacency it can generate, however. Never let a glance at the radar or the chart plotter replace making a visual sweep of what's going on around you. Number 2, scan the horizon. Develop a habit of conducting a 360-degree scan of the horizon every 10 to 15 minutes, both with and without binoculars. The use of good binoculars is especially important at night, as their light-gathering qualities will help pick out difficult objects to see in low-level or low-light conditions. Number 3, mind your helm. While they are a boon to short-handed watches, autopilots make it easy to forget or stray from something as simple as maintaining course. Like their human counterparts, they're not perfect and can subtly introduce navigational errors due to issues such as low power or human error. My own autopilot, under the nickname Crazy Ivan, if you don't know what that means, look it up. It's pretty funny. After sneaking a broad circle during one trip due to an improperly stowed boombox near the Fluxgate compass. You know, back then we had a boombox, had a big old speaker with a big magnet, and it affected the Fluxgate compass. No matter how well they seem to be working, always verify that your magnetic compass course every 30 minutes. Just verify it every 30 minutes. Number 4, maintain the log per the captain's SOP. Logbook entries underway are typically made every hour on the hour and can include everything from engine temp and oil pressure to navigational information such as vessel speed, heading, direction, and position. Maintaining written position information may seem quaint in today's world of instant electronic navigation, but in the event of a chart plotter failure or a loss of GPS signals, this information would be critical in plotting a course to safety. One of my future articles will also be how to maintain a proper logbook. So watch out for that as it's be coming in the next month or two. Going off watch. First thing you want to do when you go off watch is brief your relief. Your watch is done, but it's not over until you pass on your knowledge to the oncoming watch. Always have a standard briefing when changing the watch. Keep it simple but precise and clear. What's the course and speed, the sea state, current and expected weather, any radio contacts, vessels sighted, and if so, where are they at now? Include comments on items such as weather, condition of boat, engine, sea state, traffic, course changes, and any engine or proximity warning alarms you may have set. Then have the oncoming and possibly sleepy watch repeat everything back to you. Finally, you want to stay in good with the oncoming watch? Then lay out some snacks and put on a kettle of water on the stove a bit before waking them. Some people abstain from caffeine when trying to get some sleep for watch, but everyone can appreciate having hot water for a cup of coffee, tea, cocoa, or instant soup to keep them warm during a long night watch. When doing this, however, make sure you do it in a way that it doesn't impede or affect your own watch standing abilities while you're prepping them and waking them to come up and relieve you for the next watch.